find your joy in the morning, like waking up early, or running and starting everything that you want to do, 'cause you know that you can do whatever you wanted to. That's my joy in the morning, 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 morning.
Buenos dias. Sock Talk episode 5, I think it is. I'm gonna have to get like a stool because my dog ate my chair. So we gotta figure that out. But I wanted to share a tip with you guys today. And that tip is, don't worry about tomorrow because you don't know what tomorrow may bring. Now let me bring some clarity to that. On one side, there's the I'm so worried about what's going to happen or what could happen that it prevents me from taking action now. It places me in an uncomfortable emotional state. I can't focus on what I'm doing because I'm so worried about something that doesn't exist. The other side of it is, doesn't matter what's going on tomorrow, I really don't care. YOLO, I'm gonna live my life today. Forget the future. You wanna create a balance with what you plan to do, what you think about throughout your day. Because if you worry about what could happen with a situation or with work or with friends or with your plans, you don't enjoy the moment. Now on the other side, if you are so in the moment that you don't think ahead, you make decisions that will affect you or other people in the future. So don't worry about tomorrow because you don't know what could happen tomorrow or next year or in the next hour, or when you meet that person or when you confront that person, you don't know what's going to happen. So don't try to predict it, or don't play out scenarios in your head. Just know that there's going to be a tomorrow. There's going to be 10 years from now. There's going to be 5 years from now. So whatever you're experiencing now, don't worry about it because there's tomorrow. Don't worry about what happened because in 10 years, there's going to be changes in life, in the situation, and how you feel, and you as a person. Well, there should be. You should change in 10 years as far as growth and development, but that's another topic. But don't also future trip in the sense of you are so focused on one thing that you can't communicate your vision because you're so focused on that. On the more educational side of it, when you are so worried, it creates anxiety, and anxiety creates depression because there's something that you're not letting go of. There's something that you aren't allowing your mind to focus on. The brain has these things called synapses, not like a book where there's a synopsis. It's a different spelling. I'll try to put it in here. But there's a thing that's in your brain and it grows. It's like a tree. And the more that you feed it or the more that you build it, the bigger that it gets. And so imagine a thought being, hey, I someday want to do X, Y, Z. Your thought process, you someday want to do it. There's no action there. It's just a thought process that's there. So if you were to say, hey, someday I want to go hiking. I want to go on a 2-mile hike just to do it for, peak's sake. You're saying, hey, I want to do a 2-mile hike. Then your brain starts to look at, okay, what does 2 miles look like? How can I walk 2 miles? What does it feel like to walk 2 miles? And then you start to plan it out. Hey, I want to do it this day. Then your brain starts to think, okay, if I want to do it this day, what do I have to get off? What do I need to eat? You start to plan these things out. So when you are focusing on a thought, when you're focusing on an action, let it be something that allow your brain to grow that thought and help you develop. So if you want a future trip on, hey, this is going to happen tomorrow, future trip on, hey, you know what? I'm going to do something amazing and it's going to be great because I've spent the time to think about it, to plan it out, and my brain has built this XYZ to help me get where I want to go. Now, it may sound weird, but that's how I wrote my first book. My first book, I had the idea of maybe I should just write down my ideas. I keep having these ideas. I don't know how to communicate them the best way. So on my iPhone 4, every day for 365 days, I wrote a note. And I told myself, no matter what I do that day, I have to write that note. And so as I start to write that note every single day, I start to think, wow, like this could be a book. And then I start to look into how books are being published and how people publish books and what are the requirements to get a book published. And I looked at getting a book copywritten and how to get distribution and all that stuff. And I've written books now because I started that process. So when I say these things, it's because I've experienced them, I've done them, and I hope that it helps you in some way. So don't future trip, don't worry about what's gonna happen because you don't know what's gonna happen. And if you are thinking about what may happen, then make it a positive thought. Oh, and I'm gonna plug my other sock company in here. So you guys are gonna see those socks. They're really cool, they're really amazing. Those are gonna be the socks for Valentine's Day of 2019. So hopefully you like those and have a good day. And think about things that are cool. Yeah.
Like waking up early, alright, and starting everything that you want to do. 'Cause you know that you can do whatever you wanted to. That's my story. And